Hello and welcome to Musical Lyrical Lingo. We're your hosts, Tim
and LJ. Today and every week we will be discussing musicals, but specifically what they taught us.
Hello.
I love your wee hellos.
I do that quite often, don't
Did that
I?
be like
I think
hello?
it's become a bit of a
Catchphrase?
No, I'm not choosing to do it. I think I just naturally it's almost like
it's like
me,
1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3.
I don't know, or like me gearing myself up to go, here we go.
Oh, I don't like that.
No, as in let's go.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah,
rather than
like lights, camera, action. That moment, like when the curtain goes up, especially if you're preset behind it, and then go and you're like, you know that moment, you go, huh? Here we go. No turning back.
Here it is.
So that's I think what my hellos are. Is like, oh, curtain, showtime.
Yay.
Welcome back. We've come back from a couple of weeks rest.
Much needed rest.
Such
a busy year.
To be honest, Hamilton pushed me over the edge and I just had to kind of take a couple of weeks off to recover from it, to be quite honest with you.
Needed to recover from CJ's dagger she was throwing you.
I know, but honestly the number of people who have like said, oh my goodness, CJ's just like Laura.
Oh really?
And then what was it? Oh my goodness, the child's going to get such a big head, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's so not eloquent, but
articulate.
Yeah. That's what it was. She's so articulate, and I was like, yeah,
I know.
She's more articulate than the two of us put together. Like,
I know.
How embarrassing.
I know.
Yeah, so she'll never be on again. We're not going there.
No.
But yes, no, we are back.
Yeah.
And we're back in the midst, at the time of recording, in the midst of an absolute heat wave. Not necessarily here anymore, although we've been
but it's
lucky
muggy.
enough. Yeah.
Is that a Northern Irish word though?
Muggy? Yeah, so for our listeners who aren't from Northern Ireland, muggy's like when it's warm but it's not necessarily sunny, and you kind of feel like the layer of cloud above you is closer to you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It just feels very
muggy
and claustrophobic and like heavy.
Yes. Feels like you're under a duvet.
Yeah, that's a perfect way of describing it. Yeah, well, the heat wave in England has caused absolute havoc. So the West End was brought to a halt by power cuts during the heat wave. I didn't hear about this until today. So they were absolutely powerless, and a number of shows either had to cancel their performances or pause their night. So parts of the London's West End was brought to a standstill after a power cut disrupted performances. So Clueless, the musical, had a 15-minute show stop as a result of the disruption, while Operation Mincemeat, I am dying to see that, hit a number of times. By the outages, eventually went on to cancel at the Fortune Theatre. Hercules, your favourite, just across the road from Mincemeat at the Theatre Royal, Drury Lane, they cancelled their performances. Other shows affected by stops included Mamma Mia, Phantom of the Opera, Cabaret, Tina the Musical, which eventually had to cancel its performance, and Stranger Things, The First Shadow, was also cancelled a few hours before curtain up. I would have been livid.
No, I know.
Completely. Imagine if you'd planned a trip.
But what can you do?
Oh, listen, that's what it's
I remember
like
last year. What needs to happen is we need to go to London, because last year there was a massive heat wave, and then that was whenever Caitlin was over, because the Shamrock Tenor boys were performing in Delphi, and I think she had to go buy new clothes, as much as I'm sure she's delighted that I'm divulging this.
I think that was just an excuse.
Yeah, and she said it was disgusting. She was and then we were there 2 days later, and we were like, it's raining.
And you also had to go and buy new clothes.
No,
so
I
kind of think it's a ploy that you sisters have.
I buy new shoes. That's different. It's different.
You're not happy regardless of what the weather conditions are.
I just brought the wrong shoes.
However, congratulations to Les Mis and Evita, because their performances went unaffected. So
there you go.
That's some theatre news.
I have seen some ensemble members on the socials who literally look like they've just been melting as they've been putting their makeup on.
Like, what those West End theatres are like. They are old.
Yeah.
Like, most of those buildings are really, really old. Most of the dressing rooms are really, really tiny and windowless. Like, you can only imagine. Sweatbox. Yuck. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Other exciting news from my good friend Marisha Wallace.
Oh, yes.
She has announced that there's a new album coming our way, live in London.
Yeah.
And it'll be released on the 15th of August. It was recorded live at the Adelphi Theatre in March, and the album's going to feature a selection of musical theatre songs and original numbers, which is interesting. And another exciting piece of news to end this week's theatre news is I've got my eyes on a new musical.
Oh, tell me
in the works. New musical, Mona Loser.
Mona Loser?
I know. I think you're going to like this.
Okay.
There's something about it. I'm just going, we need to watch this one.
Okay.
So it is by the two strangers, Carry a Cake Across New York writers. So musical writing duo Kit Buchanan and Jim Bourne are having 4 workshops in the Southwark Playhouse from the 16th to the 19th for this new musical. So it is a contemporary musical set in the music industry about viral fame, fakery and identity, and it draws inspiration from Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and modern monsters created both on and offline.
Yeah,
sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I love Two Strangers, the soundtrack, so I'm going, that could be an interesting one to look out for.
Yep.
So there we go.
That's some exciting things.
It is exciting, yeah.
I do love whenever there's a wee new musical on the horizon.
Yeah. I suppose our musical this week's about the fame and what kind of comes with fame.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
The monsters it can create or not create.
Yeah, and the monsters that
it attracts.
And how people can turn into monsters when they maybe don't want to celebrate your success.
Yeah, there we go. What are we doing this week?
Funny girl.
Funny girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Funny girl's a funny one for me.
Funny girl is a funny one. It is a funny one, and we're definitely gonna discuss that.
I think it's funny to me because it's sad. Like I kind of, you're left going, oh God, I hope she'll be all right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not that it's not a cheery musical, in that there's obviously parts of it that are, and some numbers that are really upbeat and very, very iconic in the musical theatre world, but you just kind of go storyline wise, you're a bit like, oh, bless her.
Yeah, and I think Funny Girl, the title, makes you think that it is going to be a laugh a minute, or that you're going to see a lot of this girl being funny, and we don't, but I'm going to talk about that, I think, later on. So, score is by Jules Stein, and we know that name from Gypsy and Gentlemen Prefer Blonde.
That's
so
right.
There is definitely a Gypsy-esque feel and a Hello Dolly-esque feel. These are 3 musicals that you probably group together.
Yeah.
Lyrics by Bob Merrill, who did additional songs for Gypsy and also Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah.
The book is then by Isabel Leonard, and that was like my first musical lyrical lingo.
Okay.
Of this week. I learned loads about her.
Oh really?
Like loads.
So tell us about her then.
So I'm going to say was an amazing lady, and I think amazing in that she was very ambitious. I obviously didn't meet the woman. I don't know if she was.
I don't know her.
I don't know if she was lovely, but she did start in the mailroom at MGM.
Okay.
She eventually made her way to then be secretary to Richard Sher in Metro Studios, but it was only because she had started a union as the mail whenever she was in the mailroom.
Oh, okay.
So she then became the secretary, and then from there she was known as kind of the script girl.
Okay.
Because she was, like helped people get scripts and brought scripts to people and consulted on a couple of scripts. She was also associated with the Communist Party. Okay. So there's a lot like in her life. So much so I was starting to like really delve into it. I was like, do you know what? I think I'm gonna pause. Yeah. And I'm gonna do this on a separate day because I was like, there's a story in there. Yeah. There's a film or a TV series or a musical.
Writing musical about Leonard.
But yeah, I thought, do you know what? That was one ambitious, strong woman.
Yeah.
And nothing wrong with going from mailroom to secretary to script woman.
She worked her way up, didn't she?
Yeah.
Excellent.
So there we go.
So Funny Girl is the semi-biographical plot based on the life and career of comedian and Broadway star Fanny Brice, and that was my first musical lyrical lingo. I didn't realise that Fanny Brice was actually a real person. Yeah. Featuring her, and the plot obviously features her stormy relationship with entrepreneur and gambler Nicky Arnstein, which makes so much sense now in, what's that song, Don't Rain on My Parade, when that big line where it goes, hey Mr. Arnstein, here I am. It's like, oh, that's who she's singing about. The musical's journey from concept to opening night was almost as eventful as its subject. The rise of 1920s Ziegfeld Follies theatrical star Fanny Brice. Now, film producer Ray Stark had a collection of taped interviews from his mother-in-law Fanny Brice.
Yeah.
At first he commissioned a book adaptation of the conversations, which he then reportedly paid $50,000 to have withdrawn from sale. Next, a long line of Hollywood scriptwriters failed to shape the material into a biographical film. When a screenplay eventually met with Stark's approval, it was read by South Pacific star Mary Martin, who suggested, do you know what, this material would actually be brilliant as a musical.
Yeah.
Not a film.
Yeah.
So, once persuaded by the idea, Stark must have been very tenacious, because the list of big Broadway names that turned down or abandoned the project read like a roll call of the great and good, including Mary Martin herself.
Yep.
She had the idea, but she was like, it's not for me, boys. Stephen Sondheim, Dorothy Fields and Carol Burnett, and a lot of them, part of the reason was they didn't think they were Jewish enough to play this role of Fanny Brice. Yeah.
So Fanny Brice, she was an American, and she was known, as you said, in like Ziegfeld Follies time, and she created the top-rated radio comedy series, which was called The Baby Snooks Show. And she was a funny girl. Yeah. Like she was a comedian. But yes, Mary Martin contacted Stark, and then Sondheim and Jill Stein, they were approached, but it was Stephen who initially said that he didn't want to work with Mary as she wasn't Jewish. He said, I don't want to do the life of Fanny Brice with Mary Martin. She's not Jewish. You need someone ethnic for the part. And Martin later then withdrew. And Carol then Burnett, as you said, was approached, but she said, no, you need a Jewish girl. And then a Jewish girl was found. Yeah. And who was that Jewish girl?
That Jewish girl was Barbara flippin' Streisand.
Yep.
Yeah. So eventually Jill Stein was signed as composer and Bob Merrill as lyricist, and Jerome Robbins as director.
Yes.
But at that point they didn't have a star. Robbins knew of Barbara Streisand from her first hit show. When you hear this for a title, I can get it from your wholesale. Like, what a terrible title, right? Yeah. So she auditioned for Stark and was given the lead, providing her with the first of several iconic roles that helped define her extraordinary career. This kind of was the start of it, and then all these, Hello Dolly and Yentl and she then became big, didn't she? Even with the creative team and the perfect star in place, the show had a very long first out of town tryout. The Broadway opening was postponed 5 times. However, that whipped the theatre community into fever pitch of anticipation. The creative team had a bit of a nightmare, or was a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, and I think that this is, whenever you research the amount of people that were originally attached to Funny Girl and then how many creatives it went through, I think this is where Funny Girl sort of sits in a lull, is because of
Still
because
a
of
bit
this.
of an issue, isn't
There's
it?
still, yeah.
Disjointed a bit, or it, like we've mentioned Gypsy and we've mentioned Hello Dolly. It just lacks something that those other shows have.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of feel it should be on par with those musicals, but there's just there's a dip or something that's just, for me, not there. But I couldn't tell you what it is. I can't work out what the missing ingredient is, but you just expect it to be as good as the other two, and it doesn't quite hit the mark for me.
Did you know Bob Fosse was also signed on to direct?
Yeah, so Robbins had an argument with the book writer, Isabel Leonard, and told Stark he wanted her replaced because he thought she was not capable of adapting her screenplay into a viable book for the stage musical. Stark refused, so Robbins quit the project.
That's right.
Hence Bob Fosse was then brought on.
Yeah.
So he signed up to direct Funny Girl. Work began again until Fosse quit.
Yeah.
So then he quit, and the show went into limbo for several months until Stark then hired Garson Kanin.
Yeah.
So Streisand was not enthusiastic about Kanin as director and insisted she wanted Robbins back.
Yeah.
Especially after Kanin suggested People,
was
the
removed.
big iconic number People, was cut from the score because they didn't think it fitted the character. Now, the intensity of Fanny Brice's feelings are demonstrated in those two extraordinary songs.
Yeah.
People is one of them, where Fanny Brice reveals her loneliness and yearning for normality, and then Don't Rain on My Parade is the other iconic number, which is that stirring anthem to independence. How could you cut either of the, like, do you know what I mean? Well,
and this is where I think Barbra Streisand is very clever, because of the you know, she really believed in especially People.
Yeah.
Because I think she felt that did give the character of Fanny, you know, more heart and a few layers to her. She then recorded the album.
Yeah.
And then so much so, even now when people do, now there hasn't been as many productions of Funny Girl as there have been other musicals, but as soon as People is played in overture, people applaud because they love it. They anybody loves that song. So.
Yeah. And that was it. When Kanin tried to get it cut, Stark, she had already recorded it as a single, and Kanin was told it has to be in the show because it's the greatest thing she's ever done.
Yeah.
And then, as you say, People had heard it, so then when they heard it in the overture, like, it was rapturous response. When it opened in the Schubert Theatre, Boston, it was too long. Even after 30 minutes had already been cut. So Leonard then continued to edit her book and deleted another 30 minutes. Streisand was still unhappy with Kanin and was pleased when Robbins did return to oversee the choreography of Carol Haney. Now, I'm sorry, you see, if somebody was brought into a project to oversee my choreography, what would you do? Imagine being Carol Haney and Robbins' return to the project to oversee.
Yeah.
I
would love to see your face if that ever happened. You would be like, I'm sorry.
Sorry, what? I don't think I'm precious. I don't think I'm a precious creative.
If you've been hired to do something,
it's really rude, isn't it? Another thing that I learned that blew my mind, Lauren, was that Kanin's novel Smash is based loosely on his experience of directing Funny Girl. So Smash, the TV show, is based upon the book, Kanin's book, and it's based upon his experiences of directing Funny Girl.
What?
I know, like, my brain went,
What?
and only in one of the last couple of episodes didn't we talk about the, like, shocking closure of Smash on Broadway.
Oh my goodness.
This is so weird.
I know,
Now,
why?
do you think the connections come to us because we're looking for them?
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
It's just getting too freaky now.
Yeah, that's so strange.
I couldn't, but I was like, shut up.
That's
Smash
really
is based on Funny Girl? Don't even, like, how? What?
Yeah.
I want to read that book now, though.
Yeah,
I want to read Smash.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to read that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So there you go. I know, I thought you'd like that.
Yeah,
I was
love
like,
it. Love it.
what? I can't believe it. So, Broadway production.
Yeah.
It opened in March 1964
It did indeed.
at the Winter Garden Theatre, and then subsequently transferred to the Majestic Theatre and then the Broadway Theatre. So the show was ultimately a triumph.
Yeah.
And ran for nearly 3 years, enduring a run of 1,348 performances. Streisand reprised her role in the West End revival at the Prince of Wales Theatre in 1966, and then went on to star in the 1968 film of it.
Yeah, she felt pregnant when she was in West End, so she wasn't in there for very long.
Rightio.
So her understudy did take over. I have forgotten her name. Yeah, it was nominated for 8 Tonys.
That's right.
And the album was inducted into the Grammys Hall of Fame in 2004.
Yeah.
It then only had a West End revival in 2016.
This is it? Like, I went,
Sorry, what?
surely no. I
Yeah.
was like, I went, no, there has to have been a revival before that.
No, and that was with Sheridan Smith.
Yes.
And it was a really great performance.
Absolutely.
And really, it was in Savoy, wasn't it?
It was in the Savoy, yeah.
And again, they did a pro shot
They did.
of that. And it used to play quite a lot, but I haven't been able to find it since, but I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
Yeah. So it started in the Meunier Chocolate Factory.
Oh, that's right, sorry, yes.
And then transferred, but the entire run at the Meunier Chocolate Factory sold out within a day,
I know.
making it its fastest selling show on record.
And Sheridan was great in that.
Stunning.
She was fab, and then I do know that
And she was perfect actually for it,
Yeah,
because she could give the laughs and then she ripped your heart out.
yeah, she was great. She did have a period of where she had to go off for a while, and her understudy was just as good, but then she did come back to it, which was great for her performance.
And I think at that point it was a mental health
Yeah.
battle that she
Yeah.
was having, and it's only when you read into the musical more I went, oh my god, for her to have been dealing with that personal mental health battle and to be playing a role like Fanny Bryce, I was like, I totally get why
100%.
that.
Taking time off.
Yeah,
to
you
heal.
couldn't do.
Yeah.
You couldn't.
And then we only had a revival in 2022 Broadway,
That's right.
and
yeah.
it caused a bit of controversy.
Holy moly!
But I can't believe that is the first revival since 1964.
It's so bizarre.
And it must be because Barbara is so iconic in that role, and also the film. There was a film, and
but then you could say that about Hello Dolly, but I think Hello Dolly is a better show. Like, there's more to Hello Dolly than Funny Girl.
so originally in 2022, there was buzz.
Mm-hmm.
And it was some of the similar creative team from London were opening in Broadway. So people already knew this was a smash across the water. It's going to do great. It hasn't been in Broadway so long. People love it.
Yeah.
You know, and we've got Bernie
Feldstein. Yeah.
doing Hill's sister.
And Raman.
I can never say his name.
Camerlin?
Camerlin? Yeah. And again, she is a comedian.
Yeah.
And it was great. But there was mixed reviews. Very, very mixed reviews, because
It received mostly negative reviews. I think you're being kind.
Because, well, they felt that she had the comic timing but lacked the focal range.
Yeah.
And this is where you need, but when we were talking about Sally in Cabaret, what is it you want from the main character?
Yeah.
Is Sally meant to be a fantastic singer?
Yeah.
Or is she meant to be a cabaret singer? And I'm not dissing cabaret, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And the same with Funny Girl. Is she meant to be the comedian? Or is she meant to be the powerhouse singer?
But Fanny Bryce was a Broadway star, wasn't she?
Yeah, but just because she was a Broadway star doesn't mean she was necessarily the best vocal.
But you would have thought she'd have been.
But she could have been the Broadway star for being the comedian.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
So Bernie then went off, and then Leah Michelle replaced her.
And there was a whole load of nonsense, and you don't know what to believe really in it. You know, she was Leah Michelle sent, public messages to Bernie on social media wishing her luck and all the rest of it, and it seemed to be that she was very present,
yes,
socially, throughout it. I mean, I think.
Do you think Bernie was holding the seat for Leah?
No, I think producers very quickly went,
okay,
we've made a mistake here.
Okay.
And I think Leah had expressed an interest to a producer or some producer.
That's also how Glee ends.
And this is it. It was like her turn was parallel to her Glee character, where Rachel Berry lands her dream role in a Broadway's fictional first revival of Funny Girl. So publicity wise, brilliant. And to be fair, Michelle's turn in the show turned the declining box office numbers around, and it received critical acclaim.
Yep, it did, yeah.
In the role, with universally positive reviews, including many citing, and I think this is not fair, many did cite superior vocals compared to her predecessor, and that's not fair.
Yeah.
There was also a very quick cast recording done.
Which is so shocking, because it's very hard, I think, to get a cast recording. Which I just think that should be standard. I think that if you're in a show, you get to cast record.
Yeah.
Because why not? Why would you not have a copy of you singing those songs that you're doing 8 shows a week?
1,000%.
So it was strange that there was a cast recording done of the original.
Yeah.
And then whenever Leah takes over, we're going to do another one.
Yeah, I think so. Now, fair, the cast recording was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in that was the original. The original cast recording was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. It's interesting, isn't it, Funny Girl, because any other year, Funny Girl would have been right up there for the awards and stuff like that. But as it worked out,
was only one, wasn't it? One Tony nom?
Yeah, so for most Broadway seasons, a show as popular as Funny Girl would be expected to sweep the boards. So at the Tonys, but in 1964, there was stiff competition from.
Oh, what?
Hello, Dolly.
Ah.
So although Funny Girl was nominated for 8 Tonys, they failed to win any of them.
Which is interesting.
Similarly, in the Best Picture category, the year 1968, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What other musical film did it have to beat? Oliver.
Oliver, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it just...
Yeah. Well,
it was up against it, wasn't it?
I'm going to talk about that. I think I like Funny Girl. I like the story of Funny Girl. I like the music of Funny Girl. I enjoy it whenever I watch it.
Yeah.
But it lacks a lot, and I think it lacks subplot.
Yeah.
And it lacks a plot B. You think about it, it's all around family.
Yeah.
All the characters, you only ever see them when they are interacting with
her.
With family.
Yeah.
Or they're talking about her. There's never a the mum's not in love with somebody. I'm just thinking of a really generic plot that could have been, or there's nothing else that drives the show.
No. And I think for me certainly the beginning it's great, but it very quickly loses its drive and loses momentum and pace. I find it's a bit draggy.
Yeah, and I think it's because they also focus. So for me, there isn't enough story, like second B storyline, and there is too much focus on the love story and not enough on Fanny's career. And I think if they had made that love story something that comes out of the blue, whereas in not the love story, so the breakup of their relationship, where you're going, oh my goodness, I think that would be more impactful, rather than sort of going, he's getting a bit frustrated with her, it's affecting his masculinity. You can see it before, and though sometimes that's, you can see that in most like TV shows or whatever, you can read it. I think whenever it's very obvious, it's just, it lacks. It's a bit wet, isn't it?
I agree, absolutely do. Shall we talk about what we've learned then? Okay, so
as I mentioned, I learned about that. We learned about Fanny Bryce as well.
Being actually a person.
Being an actual person. Then in the song, I'm the Greatest Star.
Love that song.
Yeah. Mr. Siegfried, Here I Am.
Yeah.
And that was a reference to Florence Siegfried Jr., who was an American Broadway impersonano, famous.
Impresario.
Oh, thank you. No. Famous for his lavish theatrical
revenues.
Thank you. The Siegfried Follies and the musical Showboat.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping.
Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. In I'm the Greatest Star, Fanny basically talks about her.
Yeah.
And how good she is and everything that she can do. And she says, listen, I got 36 expressions.
Six too many or
something. Yeah, sweet as pie to tough as leather. And that's 6 expressions more than all of them Barrymores put together. So, the Barrymores are a prominent acting family with roughly around 7 generations in the acting industry.
Wow.
Yeah, this blew my mind. So modern audiences like us, because we're modern, right? We'd recognise the likes of actresses Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
And then older people would recognise like Lionel Barrymore, who was Mr. Porter in It's a Wonderful Life. Now, but the lineage of acting in this family precedes the last name, Barrymore, and can actually be traced back 400 years.
That's amazing.
I know. It's not mental. So by her saying she has 6 more expressions than the entire Barrymore lineage put together, it really is showing Fanny is saying that her acting abilities are abundant and diverse, because better than 400 years of a lineage.
Oh wow,
of acting,
that's exciting.
Of an acting family. But I thought
that's a nice piece of trivia.
Would you ever have thought when she's singing about the Barrymore she would have linked Drew Barrymore?
No.
There you go.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love the word miffed.
Yeah, it's a good word.
Yeah, because she says, because they're scared I got such a talent, well, I'm miffed.
Cross?
Miffed, slightly annoyed and irritated, often due to someone's behaviour towards you, but it's a great word, isn't it?
Yeah,
miffed.
It's great. I think that's where I struggle with Funny Girl, as in I like that she's trying to get a job, but she's just not long-legged and beautiful like the other people she's up against, but actually her personality shines through and she becomes a really great star. And I think that's, if there was more focused on that, because The Pregnant Bride and then I can't remember the other song that she does, is it The General? They're all hilarious, and I would love more of that. While it feels like you just kind of skim past it a little bit. In Cornet Man.
Can I finish that? She sings about Camille. Did you know about the Camille reference in I'm the Greatest Star? So she says, now can't you see to look at me that I'm a natural Camille? As Camille, I just feel I have so much to offer. And Camille refers to the character Camille in the movie Camille, 1936, starring Greta Garbo.
Oh.
And it implies a way of lounging about in a nonchalant or aloof manner. So the phrase is in reference to that iconic image of the luxurious courtesan Garbo plays in the film.
Oh my goodness, I just thought it was a slang word for like chameleon.
No.
Where she could just change into whatever part she needed to be.
Well, it could be that too.
Oh, no, it's probably that. Well, there you go. Cool. Sorry. Cornet.
The Cornet Man.
That man. Jelly Roll Morton. And that is the slang name of Ferdinand, I can just about say that name, Joseph Lamotte, who was a highly influential American jazz and blues pianist.
Yeah, she drops a couple of references to musicians in there. She also sings "He'll hop a choo-choo in a moment's notice" to play some dates with Billy Bates or Ragtime Otis. Now, I couldn't find the Billy Bates that she was talking about, but Ragtime Otis likely refers to Otis Saunders, a ragtime musician who is credited with bringing Joplin's ragtime to new areas like Oklahoma City and Memphis.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Very good. The whole cornet man could be the cornet soloist in history, or a reference to the fact that cornet was the lowest commission rank in a cavalry. So she could be talking about how she feels like she's so low in the lineup of everybody else.
Didn't even think of that reference. Very clever. Very good. You are woman.
Oh, I like that.
I am man.
Yeah.
So do I. It's lovely, isn't it? It's when you really like Nick.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Before he becomes a you know what.
Yeah.
Rhymes with Nick.
Yeah.
So they sing, "Should I do the things he'll tell me to? In this pickle, what would Nelly do?" Nelly was a fairly common generic name for a lowly servant or skivvy.
Oh.
And she continues then, "In my soul I feel an inner lack. Just suppose he wants his dinner back." And I thought, oh, that kind of links into that like, kind of lowly servant, skivvy kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got style.
Yeah.
I do it Bordelaise. Now, I'm really stupid.
What?
But I didn't realise that what Bordelaise was. Like, it's a sauce, isn't it? It's like a red wine and onion sauce. And then, honest to goodness, the next day, I was sitting watching Sunday Kitchen or something, and they were doing a flippin' Bordelaise sauce, and I kid you not, Lauren, I'm like, how's this even a thing?
I love whenever that happens.
It was ridiculous. I was like, well, where were you a day earlier?
You know, when doing it while you were doing your research.
I know.
I learned then about a Norfolk suit.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is a suit attire in which a Norfolk jacket is combined with matching trousers to form a full suit, or sometimes known as shooting coat. So you'd recognise it in like old pictures. If you look up a Norfolk suit, to me I was like, oh, that looks like a shooting suit. That is hard to say.
That is very hard.
I was going to add that to my tongue twisters for my
shooting
learners.
Shooting suit. Oh, be
suit.
careful.
Oh,
be very careful.
The Norfolk shooting suit. The sitting. No, I'm definitely adding that. Yeah, and I was like, do you know what? I wish they'd bring back those old style clothing. I quite like.
Yeah, but you do see like there are elements of like old fashion like creeping back in nowadays. Listen to us, Granny and Grandma.
Old fashion creeping back in.
Shall we talk about quite possibly one of the most iconic musical theatre songs?
Yep.
"Don't Rain on My Parade."
Yep.
"Don't tell me not to live, just sit and pada."
Pada.
And I love the way certainly Barbara Streisand sings pada. Pada. Pada is to be amble.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did know that as well, because a lot of the words and the way she said it, they're Jewish.
Yeah.
And not that I'm Jewish, but I have like an interest in other people's religions.
But you knew the word putter means to be amble?
I think I've looked it up before.
Is that a Jewish?
No, I don't think it is. It's just the way she says it. It's
Putter.
like that, yeah.
And then butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. "To rain on my parade" is obviously an English idiom to spoil someone else's happiness and enjoyment. Don't rain on my parade. She also sings, "If someone takes a spill, it's me and not ya."
Yeah.
Take a spill means to fall down. So she's saying that if it all turns out to be a huge mistake, then it's only her heart in danger of being broken, so they really have no right interfering with her decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, I until I realised what Funny Girl was about, I never understood this song.
Yeah.
I always thought this song had a very different meaning, but then whenever you see it in context of the musical, it's like, just let me live my life, just let me make the decisions, and as you said, if I get them wrong, then you
I'll make it.
But I need to make this decision, because if I don't, I will live with regrets. And I think that that's also a huge part of learning within Funny Girl, is that Fanny did everything that she wanted to do, and she still, even though the marriage breaks down, she still says that she's going to be there for him, because that's who she
owns it, doesn't she?
Yeah. Yeah. I also think that wee scene is very reminiscent, is that the right word? Or reminds me of like the train scene in 42nd Street.
Oh. Okay.
Allentown!
Allentown.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, no, I'm going this way.
I love that scene in 42nd Street.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too, but I think that's where I was like,
no,
that's
100%.
similar.
Yeah.
That was all my learning.
I had one more. So Funny Girl, obviously, the number Funny Girl, they sing, and though I may be all wrong for a guy, I'm good for a laugh. Now, that kind of broke my heart a wee bit, because she wants the boy but can't have him. He enjoys joking with her but is turned off by her physical appearance. In an interview, Barbara Streisand said about the song, she was good for a laugh but not for a lay. Yeah. And then she sings, when the laugh is over and the joke's on you, funny how it ain't so funny, funny girl.
Yeah.
What a way to end the bloody show.
I know.
So
I think that's what you were just saying, you know, there is a bit of sadness
at
at the end, because it isn't all roses and it doesn't work out the way you think it's going to.
That's it. But as you've referred to, it is a celebration of personal resilience as well. Do you know what I mean? And a poignant reminder of the cost that's often accompanied with success. You know, it explores those themes of self-acceptance, of ambition, and the importance of staying true to oneself. Yeah. So, judge people by their accomplishments, not by their appearances, people.
I think that's important, and that still is true every day of the week, of the year. Not just 1963.
I hear you. Don't tell me not to live, just sit and quiet.
Yeah, some great songs.
Life's...
Do like it, but just maybe a wee bit of an adaptation of the book, maybe. Yeah. Enhance it a little bit.
Yeah.
Then it might.
Yeah.
It might just survive a bit longer, because it's not out there.
I would love to see the Broadway revival.
It's a very dancey show as well. Yeah. So it does have lots in it.
Well, you see, this is the thing. Yes, it is at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then all of that disappears, and it becomes a bit slow for me.
Well, apart from in the second half, is that not when he dances? Nick dances in the second act. After she's like giving him money, and then he's like sort of toying whether or not like. But yeah, no, I agree with you. There's a lot going on, and then
those big like showbiz numbers, you know, that Fanny's obviously doing. They disappear after Act 1, don't they? And it just becomes a bit of a slog for her. Bless her. God, bless her.
Any sad innovations?
Listen, People is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Don't Rain on My Parade is unbelievable. And I do, like we've mentioned my other two, just I'm the Greatest Star. I think it's a great show, or a great number at the very beginning of the show. And Your Woman, I Am Man. Yeah.
I also like mine too. But I like the music that makes me dance.
Okay, yeah.
I quite like
yeah, nice.
Just a little bit of vulnerability as well.
Yeah. And listen, I have to say, Sheridan Smith was absolutely stunning as Fanny, and so was Leah Michelle. Like, you can't take it away from her. She is one of the best at singing.
Yeah, powerhouse songs, 100%. Yeah.
And that Don't Rain on My Parade, like even when she did it in Glee, like you were like, wow,
yeah,
wowie.
I wish that pro shot of the Sheridan Smith one was available, but like it used to be on BBC, it used to be on like
And Sky
Sky
Arts,
Arts,
it was on,
but
yeah.
it's just not there. But if you get a chance to watch,
Yeah,
even
I
little
think I have it
snippets.
saved on the box. You
I
know?
see. I thought I did, and I went to find it, and it
Oh.
wasn't there, so I must have deleted it
That's a
accidentally.
shame.
Anyway, I've got a little what would Paddy do
All right.
that will give our listeners insight into what we're doing next week.
Okay.
Okay, so would you rather dance in Rat Tat 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 from Funny Girl
Okay.
or Seize the Day from Newsies?
Here we are back to doing clues. As to
No,
what we're
it's not a
doing.
clue. It's I've just very much said what we're doing.
Well, it's kind of obvious.
What?
Well, from my answer, it'll be obvious too. Seize the Day from Music.
Even though Rat Tat 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 is a tap.
Yeah, I think Seize the Day is a better number.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I think so. Just thinking, Paddy's a bit old for a Funny Girl now, but Paddy's
Yeah.
never played Dolly, has she? I'm just thinking of the
No, she
shows
hasn't.
that Barbara Streisand did.
Yeah.
That could be. Oh no, she's gone off musicals now, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's not doing them. Maybe you could phone her up and ask her. See if she wants to come
I'm
back
not
for
so sure Paddy's going to take my call.
Well, that was fun. I enjoyed it. It
was
was funny. It was funny.
Funny girl.
Yep, and we'll be back next week to Seize the Day.
See, today I couldn't possibly work out what we might be doing next week.
But we don't hide it from people.
No, I know.
So what are you getting off on your high horse
Well,
about?
because we used to give ridiculous clues, do you
Yeah, but we
remember?
don't do that anymore.
No, I know we don't until this week.
That wasn't a clue.
It might link into what we're doing next week.
Yeah.
And one of them was for this week's musical, and
Yeah.
then the other one was for
Oh, shush.
next week's musical.
Whatever. Right.
We'll see. I rolled my eyes.
I
I keep
know.
forgetting that we're doing a podcast and
I know.
people don't see the eye roll.
You
I just
really
rolled
rolled
my
your eyes
I
there.
so did.
That was very dramatic.
Me?
Well, thank you for listening. Please join us next week.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Seize the day. And come back and find out what we could possibly be talking about next week.
You're so annoying.
I think we should change it for badness.
Everybody's tuning in and we're doing Phantom.
This isn't what they said we would be doing.
A real dark opera. Okay.
One of your feared
Yeah, one
musicals
of my
or
favorite
something.
musicals, yeah. Okay.
Until next week.
Bye.